Greetings, it's Intuitive Jakob back, and I'm here to do a Mercury Retrograde reading. We are stepping into Mercury Retrograde on the 7th. We've been in the pre-shadow for a little while now, and this season, Mercury is actually going between two signs. The sign of Cancer, we started the pre-shadow period, late degrees, 23 degrees, Cancer. We are going Mercury Retrograde in 2 days from now on the 7th. At 4 degrees Leo, and by the time we are going direct again on the 31st of July, we'll be back in Cancer at 24 degrees. There are some interesting interplays with planetary matters, specifically with Pluto in retrograde, Uranus in retrograde, and how Mercury and Mars are planets of communication, how we fight and how we bleep, we'll just say F, and how people might be acting, especially in regards to how healing is coming forward. Retrograde seasons tend to be like a big sweeping magnet of particles that bring things back. So it's a time to review, a time to reflect, and sometimes things just come back in our faces, like relationships and things that had gone missing, and sometimes we're like, get out of here, I don't miss you at all. So could be a mixed bag for many of you. I'm going to ask that you know your own stories, your own genders, and know whether or not these depictions will apply to you. I will be doing 12 different readings, one for each of the 12 tribes. Make sure you check your sun, your moon, and your rising with me, because I'm actually more of a moon reader guy. And I will also say I'm focusing mostly on the healing energy in this. We have Chiron making a very strong appearance here at 4 degrees Aries. Wherever you might have that located, whatever is going on in your house of Aries may be influenced heavily with this type of healing that's coming forward. So I'm doing a 5-card spread for each of you. It's a cross, and with my cross readings, we can look at past, present, future, and have an idea of what reasons and potentials are, but really this is to give us an idea of situations, challenges, what our overall guidance is, how we're being focused, and more or less what we can determine an outcome to be, to give us an idea of how we might want to interact or not with certain people, places, and situations, because TBH, I keep hearing this is sort of a stifling, heavy, almost like wet blanket energy for some people. So many of us will be challenged by people who would like to influence a certain way, and it could be a time for power struggles to present themselves. Not that we have to participate in that, and I will just caution on that because I just keep hearing about people's impulses and the reasons why they might machinate towards another person. So we're going to take a look at that now, and I wanted to thank all of you who subscribe to my channel and those of you who support my spirit work. I really appreciate the thumbs up, especially if you appreciate my work or like the style of reading. And if you do, hit that little bell. It'll let you know when I upload more videos. All right, we'll see you on the inside of your video. Hey Sagittarius, how you doing? It's good to have you here. Oh, I've been shuffling and dealing your cards. I had some messages trying to pop out, but nothing flipped itself over, and so I just kind of let them go and was just focusing on this area here. And I was about to light some more sage or incense, and I kept hearing from the guides that there is so much fire around some of you right now that you could literally burn the whole house down. You're going to know what that means. It sounds like a passionate time for some of you all, and passion can take place in different ways, so not sure what that's all about, but I'm hearing that the carnelian might be a great stone for you to help balance some of the lower chakra energy. And let's just see what the cards say. I'm very curious myself. I'm going to flip these over, and okay, there's the devil in reverse looking at us. So this might have to do with some addictions or drives and things that people have been instigating around you. And in some cases I'm hearing about suppressed passions and things that you're doing to make sure that you're in control of the situation. There could be a strong Capricorn influence around this, but this is about all kinds of manner of addictions and sometimes lies and control and perversions of different kinds that might be instigated on somebody's life, but they're upside down right now, Scorpio. I'm hearing that for some of y'all, this is just things that are around you, spinning around you, and just being like, you don't want anything to do with it. And I didn't set anything on fire for your reading because I heard you have enough of it on your own. So this might have a lot to do with what came up over the full moon last month for some of you all, and what's been dovetailing into this retrograde season. So let's see what kind of information is showing up and what kind of healing we might be able to find out about. Current situation in the present is the Strength card. I'm hearing you might be dealing with a Leo if that's not in your natal constitution there. And for some of you, it's whatever you've been waiting for happening in the month of August. And let me just move my little girl here. She's behind my wheels and I don't want to accidentally take her out. There you go, baby. Go over there, please. So, you know, Leo, actually, I had done Leo, was one of the first readings I did today when I sat down to do this, and they actually got this card, which tends to be their card. I often see it as somebody with a Leo moon, too, in the center of the reading, in the same place. And so you might be dealing with a Leo person. This is major arcana. This could be major situations happening, events in your life that are taking place. And I'm hearing for some of you all, this is something that's been going on for a long time. I'm hearing since you were 15 for somebody, and for other people, it's like an 8-year cycle. But I do love seeing this here in the center because it's passionate. And I'm hearing for some of you all, if this is about a relationship, it's about your ability to embody both like the angelic and the sensual animal-like nature that you have. And in some cases, it's like being with somebody that is nearly like a drug to you, and you're like everything but maybe addicted to each other is what I'm hearing. And so it's like, how do we balance all this passion? And I'm just going to put the carnelian on that one. All right, so Strength card in the center, great way to start this. And let's see what's been in your recent past and sort of what's been forming the challenges. So 4 of Pentacles in reverse. That's an interesting energy here. Heavily dealing with finances, home matters, sometimes career. Anything with the Pentacles is going to indicate things going on in the physical, material realm. If this had to do with people, they might be leaning towards having a lot of earth in their chart, earth element. Those are usually people that have strong leanings towards one of the earth signs, the earth tribes, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm hearing in some of these cases that this is actually you or how somebody might have been clinging onto you, and what you might have done to turn the tables on that to demonstrate your energy better, because this can be a somewhat clingy, possessive energy, somebody who might be kind of penny pinching and maybe holding out is what I'm hearing, like holding out on how they share resources. They're like, this is my pentacle, bitches. And they might hold back like that. And I'm hearing for some of you all, you might have felt like somebody was excessive in that case. And I'm hearing for some of you all, you might have had to walk away from something, whether it was a home situation, a family situation, or a work situation where you might have felt like you were on the top of it, but it wasn't leaving you a whole lot of room to like get up off of that chair or whatever you're sitting on. So for some people, it's like maybe a false sense of wealth or stability, but coming out of that. And for some of you all, you might have kicked a habit, whether that was a person or a situation, but I'm hearing congratulations to you for that, because this is not an easy energy to be around often. And so if this has to do with people who have been controlling in your life, work situations where maybe the pay wasn't as great and you were holding on for financial reasons and now you're able to walk away from it, it's left you in a much better situation here, because the Strength card is somebody who actually knows what they have come to balance. They've learned to temper these energies, because if they didn't, these two beings would not be getting along so well. It would be literally a beast ripping off a person's face. And I'm hearing for some of you all, that might have been what it felt like. And for some of you all, it was like a bad situation with whoever was holding onto your money, or having something to do with how you were setting yourself up in the city, is what I'm hearing. In the city is what they're saying. And it doesn't have to be in the city. It could just be where you participate and engage in work and other things. But I heard specifically in the city for somebody. Okay, let's have a look at what our guidance is, because in the near future here, we've got a card giving us some advice. And that is the King of Swords that we're seeing. This might be somebody you're having to deal with. I'm hearing for some of you, it's going to take all this strength that you have right now to deal with this person. And I'm hearing this might be the frustrating thing about, like, I've got all this energy and I want to, like, hold it together so something just doesn't ignite and explode. And I'm hearing this person might be very, very testy for you. It could be you too. You might be your own biggest challenge right now, learning how to balance these energies. You've got the strength to do it though, Sagittarius. This person here, though, let's just talk about this person. King of Swords. That's somebody that is willing to fight and go the distance. They have proven that in the past. When they show up right, not so worried that they're going to be erratic or unstable, or that they're going to step out of bounds or launch out on you. But when they're upside down like this, they might be liable to. They might be liable to speak things that are difficult, and they might be somebody that's just pissed off about a situation too. This person could have, very likely has, either their sun, moon, or rising in one of the air tribes like Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And I'm hearing whoever this person is, this might be whoever you've had to walk away from for very good reasons. My Sibelas just want to jump out. I'm gonna wait on that. But this person here could very well be who the controlling person was. This could be somebody that has fallen off of their path. And it could also be somebody that's in recovery right now. I'm hearing that, you know, if you're dealing with a past with addictive personalities, it's possible that this person is coming back. I'm hearing they might be coming out of rehab of some kind, or some situation where they were locked up or imprisoned. And that it might take a lot of strength just to deal with this situation. I hear, they keep telling me it's like somebody's being exposed in this. And that it's almost like somebody was being really guarded with communication. They didn't want anybody to know. And that they've been, I just see it like this person got cut off. You're going to know if that's the case or not, but whoever this person is here, it's definitely going to take compunction to deal with them if they show up in some way. They might not be willing to communicate with you too. I'm hearing that if this is you wanting to connect with this person, they might not be in such a great form for that. And some of it might have to do, I'm hearing it has to do with trust, especially if there was like a cheating situation. This can happen a lot of time with relationship rewinds, especially if this was somebody that you were in a relationship with, somebody that you were holding on to, maybe somebody that you had strong physical chemistry with, because all the signs are here for that. This is like, maybe somebody that you really connected with on a primal level, because there's a lot of physical implications here. And sometimes this Four of Pentacles, when I see it upside down like this is like needing to control something and holding on to it very, very tight when it's upside down, almost like it's not yours. So I feel like somebody might be dealing with whoever might have had them feeling like they were in hell, showing up now. Sagittarius. And let's see if we can get a little bit of focus information on this. This card here is usually going to tell us why the situation is. It's sort of a reason for what has happened here. And I hear for somebody, they said coming out of the closet for somebody. That this is like coming out, and this doesn't have to mean that you're coming out of the closet is going to mean what it means to you. I'll put it that way. I'm not going to get into your closet. Your Narnia, your business, right? But I'm hearing, and there's a strong Virgo influence on this card as well, too, this Hermit. And this could be something that you were keeping private. I'm hearing for somebody, this is just about a private relationship and something that just has not come out into the open. Because this Hermit is somebody that will spend their time alone. This is somebody who may have been alone a very, very long time. And when they show up in reverse, it's like they're tired of waiting. And I'm hearing for some of you, there might have been a vow in place to wait for somebody. And this might actually be a time where you're feeling like you can actually take the matters into your hands and be honest to show a different side of yourself. And for some of you, this is like just knowing when to give up the poker face, especially if you've been in some sort of affair or a relationship where the person's been there, but you've been like playing it close to the vest is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing for somebody else too, totally different situation, but hearing about a secret pregnancy. And whoever the partner is, especially if it was like an unintended pregnancy, and trying to keep it quiet, you might find out something about this King of Swords. If this is not you, this could be a partner or somebody that you have suspicions about. Here, baby. All right. So let's see what else we can find out about this, because I'm hearing that if this is somebody that you couldn't talk about or speak openly about, it might just be because of some assumptions that you had. And they're saying to me, if it's somebody that you just haven't seen for 4 years, that they might have been carrying a torch for you this whole time, is what I'm hearing. I'm just hearing they were carrying a torch, it never went out, and it might be somebody worth talking to. You're going to know, I'm talking about different situations here. There could be potentially many different types of Sagittarius. Maybe you're even cross-watching for one, if this is not for you. But I'm hearing for you that, especially if this person has air in their chart and it's somebody you hadn't seen for 4 years, it's like they've been holding on. I just see them, it's like they're just holding on. Every picture, it's like he's holding on to the money here. Here he's holding on to this sword. And I hear it's like this pen. It's like he wants to say something. And then here, holding on to this torch, this light, and also something to steady themselves. And I'm hearing that you're almost like mirroring each other, and that somebody was really carrying a torch here, and that if you do have an opportunity to connect with this person, it could be very passionate, especially if this is somebody that you hadn't had the relationship with, but the attraction was there. Not there, baby. Sorry, my little girl is just all over the place right now. So let's see what is showing up on the mind here, because this is a potential outcome for you, Sagittarius. All right, so whatever you were waiting for and feeling blah about, I think it's coming to an end. This is a ho-hum kind of energy. Like, this one can be really annoying sometimes. It's like, if you're not meditating and sitting under that tree and like just passing drinks up, which I'm hearing for some of you that might be the case. It's like being able to be around people that drink and just being like, whatever, I'm strong enough now past this addiction that I can see you all drinking and just not give a shit about it. And I've seen it be like that. But in other cases, when it's not something like that, this is somebody that just is kind of like blah. They have the meh energy. It's like, oh, I have things here and it's not really what I want, but I kind of don't care enough to do anything else but sit here and, you know, have a pout. So what I like is that it's reversed here. And since this is a card of a somewhat emotional nature, anytime you got these Cups cards, and this is the only Cups card you have here, it's like the end of this discontent, because that's like a discontented, and then now it's like the end of that. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's because of an opportunity to reconnect with somebody, but they're saying it's pending, and that for some of you, you might have to be the one to find the strength to say something. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's going to be a matter of how you choose your words, especially if this person is sensitive or coming out of a difficult time, and that it could go different ways. I mean, Mercury retrograde can be a goofy ass time to communicate with people, especially if you're just like trying to strike up a conversation. And I keep hearing people saying, oh, just go have a fling. Don't try to start a relationship this time of year. And I'm not the go have a fling guy. I'm the, you know, call me not cool. Maybe I'm not that cool. I'm kind of like the hold the torch and talk right to the one that you love guy. But you're going to know how you are, Sag. I'm hearing for some of you all that you might have temptations to get back at this person too, if there was abuse in the past and like a relationship, and you know, them not being trustworthy, and maybe knowing that you have other options. And I could see somebody being manipulative around this energy. I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying that if the discontent's there and somebody's upset about what happened, especially if they found out that somebody stepped out of a relationship at some point, and it doesn't have to be like recently. It looks like some of this might have been older, stale energy, but then having this person around now, you know, singing a different tune or showing up while you don't have that trust there, you might be tempted to reach for one of those cups, is what I'm saying. So that might be what you need. You know, I'm not telling you what to do. You're an adult. If you're here on this channel watching these messages, these are mature messages for mature audiences. But I definitely see there being some temptations here for breaking a silence, reaching out, and in some cases it's going to be a big reach, and I'm hearing it could be somewhat addictive. So watch who you're with and make sure that it's something that's worth your time and energy, and definitely take protection matters seriously, especially if this is something that might result in an intimate encounter. Anytime I see these devils here, it's like, don't necessarily know that I trust how other people are interacting outside of the connection with you. You know what I mean? So make sure that you play it safe. And I'm going to see if I can get some more insight here on this Four of Cups reverse and what's going to happen, because it seems to me like if you were waiting for communication from somebody, they may or may not reach out to you. It might be up to you, Sag. So let's see what this is going to be all about and see what our Sibilas have to say about this. What can we know for Sagittarius to feel more empowered over this Mercury retrograde cycle in a way that is healing? Okay, well that one wanted to drop right away. It was the bottom card that was looking on top. Belvedere. Okay, so somebody has been waiting, for sure. I love that I see her upright. If she was upside down, I would say, uh-oh, in this situation for sure. This is somebody who is seeking something that is looking right back at them, and it's close. If you've been waiting for something, it's closer to you than you think. Something that has not been happening, something that was stale, that has taken too much time, especially if you were dealing with somebody very mercurial minded. I'm hearing Virgo or Gemini here for this. Maybe it's because I got Virgo here and the King of Swords, and a lot of times this is like Gemini, but sometimes I see this as a Virgo person as well, just because of the mercurial influence on that person's natal constitution. You might be dealing with that. You might have that in your own chart, but if you've been waiting for this person, I'm hearing 3 or 4 long years and just wondering when the hell you're going to hear from them or they're going to come back. They might have been released from something, or they might be getting released from something a lot sooner, and it's on its way. They are much closer than you think if you see this card. And let's see what else. So, Amalto. Somebody's been in bed waiting, maybe depressed. I'm hearing this might also be having like witnessed that somebody has not been up lately and maybe realizing that they might be pregnant or something too, and having the suspicions confirmed. And wow, yeah, that would make sense to me too, because we got the 9, this Prigione card. Somebody's either going to prison, being released from prison, or maybe entering into the 9-month prison of gestation here, because that's what this card can often mean to me too when I see these two together. And it's like expectancy, like you're expecting a child. And wow, if that's the case, it's protected. No matter what is happening here, it's good for you to know, especially if you're dealing with either pregnancy or a situation with infidelity, or maybe a situation where you're waiting for somebody to be released after a long period of being away. It's a protected situation here, Sagittarius. Nobody's going to get away with anything illegal is what I'm hearing. If you are worried about an illegal situation, there is so much attention on it right now with all these eyes and La Superbia showing up. This is like the best. That's the best of the best. That's like the best card that you can get in some cases with this deck. And I'm hearing whoever this person is in your life, no matter what role they play, there is a divine element of protection over the situation. So I'm going to recommend that you take good advice if you need it. Make sure that you're not taking it from somebody that's unstable to offer that to you, because some of you all might need some advice right now about how to approach the situation. And if you would like me to help with that, hit me up at artoflove.me. I'd love to take a look with just your energies if that's the case. And if not, thanks for checking out this reading. Let me know what you think about it. I would appreciate your thumbs up if you enjoyed it or like my style. And definitely hit me back if you would like to check more messages in the future. If you hit the little bell, it'll let you know when I upload these to this channel. Take care. Hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon. We're back for another one. Bye for now, Sag.